Hey, this is Bruno Figure. I'm going to be talking about top 20 best action figures of 2025. So without further ado, let's get it started. 20th place goes to 0 Hour Superman from McFarlane, and it is a Page Punchers version. This has the worst cape I have ever seen on a Superman figure. It looks like he's wearing a kite. It's a good figure, really good figure, and all of that is completely ruined by this stupid cape. Without the wire, mind you, getting a third-party cape for this is not cheap. So because of that, he's placed way down to the 20th place. 19th place is Hasbro's Gamerverse Black Cat, and it's a very nice looking figure, but it is ruined by this ugly neck joint in there, the hinge joint. But other than that, very nice looking figure. Love the goggles. I love the accessory. So yeah. 18th place goes to McFarlane's DC Multiverse Batman Begins, and it is a very nice looking figure. I love the body sculpt of it. I love the outfit, and I got it mainly because it's Batman Begins, and the paint job is pretty good. Cape is pretty good. 17th place goes to McFarlane's DC Direct Silver Age digital action figure, and I don't like the black border around the S. It's fine on the cape. I don't like the black border around the S shield on his chest. But everything else is fine. But I had to swap the wrist joints because they're so ugly. But other than that, it's really good. And I love the head sculpt on this figure. It looks really, really good. So, yeah. 16th place goes to Kingdom Come Superman from McFarlane. And it is a Page Punchers version. And it's a nice looking figure. They did almost everything right except for the hair. When it was in stock, the hair was all black. And that was wrong, so I had to paint the whites on the hair by myself, and I had to swap the wrist joints, because the flesh tone on the wrist joints are very ugly on this particular figure. By the way, this mold is perfect for Kingdom Come Superman, so it's really good. 15th place goes to Dawn of DC Page Puncher Shazam from McFarlane, and this is a really good figure. I love the head sculpt, I love the cape, and I really like that lightning bolt on his chest. I think it looks cool. And, yeah, I like the red on the suit. But my biggest problem is the wrist joints being red. I hate it. But other than that, it's a great mold for Shazam. 14th place goes to McFarlane's Super Joker. It doesn't say Super Joker on the box. The box says Superman 11. Which is really stupid, and it makes no sense. So I prefer to just call it Super Joker. Anyway, it's got some really nice accessories. And this is the one that has no black border around the S on the chest. And it has a beautiful yellow S symbol on the cape. The blue is perfect. People were swapping the parts for this to make it their go-to Superman. But not me. I'm keeping the Joker head. This is Fun Choice, David Cornsweat Superman, and it takes 13th place. It's a very nice looking sculpt for the body, and the head sculpt is not bad. It does look like him, but it's weird. It's kind of iffy looking. The cape sucks. Like, it's not anchored to the chest area, so, and the legs suck horribly, but it does have an amazing torso articulation, and the suit has nice colors. 12th place goes to Mafex Night Crusader Batman Black version. And this is a pretty good release, kind of. I think it is really expensive. That's why it's not in the top 10. But the figure itself is pretty good for like a $70 figure. This is not worth $140 or whatever. But it's a good figure nonetheless. So also the yellow oval bat symbol fits perfectly with the yellow belt. 11th place goes to Hasbro's Gamerverse Captain America vs. Venom 2-pack. And it's a pretty good release. And finally, we got a Captain America figure with a clean shield. And this has a pretty decent articulation overall. But I wish it had the diaphragm cut joint articulation. But it's a pretty good figure. I mean, it is probably the most evergreen looking Captain America in my collection. And this is Venom, and it's one of my favorites. but I hate the lack of paint on the spider symbol, and that's why it's dragging both figures down to 11th place. It would have been higher if it was cleaner and stronger white paint. I love the head sculpt with the tongue, and I really love the sculpt and articulation of the arms. Probably the best that I've ever seen on any action figure, those arms. So, yeah, it's a great looking figure. Now we're at number 10, halfway through the video. 10th place goes to McFarlane's Deluxe Theatrical Edition, Batman Returns Batman. This obviously looks almost like Michael Keaton, which is good enough to me, and I like the armored body sculpt better than the 89 version. I have it standing next to my Batmobile right now. It makes a great display piece. Number 9 goes to McFarlane's Page Punchers Crisis on Infinite Earth's Joker. It looks fantastic with the cloth trench coat that it has on. It's really special because it is a purple trench coat. It looks very, it's like the most evergreen looking Joker that you can ever get for an action figure. And of the face, looks just like Joker. Articulation kind of sucks, but the overall look, the overall aesthetic, overall colors of this figure are perfect. 8th place goes to G.I. Joe Legacy Collection ESU Police action figure. It has a lot of unique little accessories like the sunglasses and the hat and the helmet and the riot shield. It's insane. It's such a cool figure. My only gripe with this figure is the lack of torso and then the head articulation. It's pretty bad. Still a really good figure to add to your collection for sure. 7th place goes to Maximum Spider-Man from Hasbro. This is a really good superposable Spider-Man action figure. And it does have some really nice accessories. It can do any pose you can think of when it comes to Spider-Man. 6th place goes to Hasbro's Gamerverse Punisher and Nick Fury 2-pack. The body of this Punisher looks just like a superhero. This is what Captain America should have for the base body. And I love the colorway of this particular version. I grew up thinking of Punisher in blue and white because of that arcade game. And not only this, but this figure is packed with accessories. And it comes with a really good second figure, which is Nick Fury. 5th place goes to McFarlane's DC Multiverse Cyborg Superman Classic. And this figure looks awesome. Every time I get it in my hand, I get really excited. I become happy because it still looks so cool. The shade of blue is perfect, and the S-shield is sculpted, and the cyborg parts are painted in perfect silver paint. It's absolutely awesome, man. 4th place goes to Hasbro's MCU Fantastic Four Thing. It is the most evergreen looking thing that's ever been evergreen. You know what I mean? Other than the pants, of course. His pants are not what I imagined in my head, but those are cool looking pants. My real gripe with this figure is actually the gap in his thighs and trunks area. It has way too much gap going on there, but it can pose really well for such a big, bulky guy. Even with single-jointed elbows, it's got sculpted rocks that are really well sculpted, and they got shading in each little rocks on his body. This is perfect. He has the perfect shape, the perfect body type, the perfect height. It's everything to me. So now we're up to the top 3, and now we're gonna just go straight to the 3rd place. Jada Toys Blanca takes the 3rd place. You can get him to pose as good as Spider-Man if you want to. This guy has the body of a brick and long hair, and it can still do some Spider-Man-y poses. It's crazy. It is so good. And it has a lot of good accessories, great shading, great sculpt work on the hair and the pants and the shackles. I still love this figure. It's an amazing, well done Jada Toys action figure. Except for the, mismatched skin tone That's too bad. Second place goes to McFarlane's Deluxe Theatrical Edition Catwoman. Batman Returns Catwoman. It looks a lot like Michelle Pfeiffer in the face. It doesn't have a lot of accessories. It's just the taser and the whip. The articulation is pretty good. It's not bad. It can still pose. The paint job is amazing. The sculpt work of the stitches all over the body, front and back, are incredible. And they are painted white, all from front and back. They just did a really good job. And it deserves its place right here in second place. Now let's talk first place winner. First place goes to Storm Collectibles Storm Arena Ryu. He is super muscular, super poseable. The colorway is perfect. All the colors are good. You know, the skin tone looks great. It's got a lot of shading all over the body. It's got some pretty good accessories, I would say. There's nothing else I would do to change it to make it better or anything like that. It's almost flawless, really. So, yeah. So, Storm Collectibles did a really good job. This is the best action figure of 2025. Merry Christmas and keep posting your action figures. See you next time.